And yes, moving to that segment now, to the ending epic fight. Before that, how many villains did you guys think were in this movie? I counted about 4 villains. You have the fake Mandarin, which is like the illusion. You have Killian. You have the helper of Killian, Mr. I don't know. He looked like he was from Czechoslovakia or something like that, because he was in the movie the whole time. You know, he fought everybody in that movie. And then there was the girl from the bar that fights the FBI agent. That whole stupid bar scene with them with the documents and all that. I have no idea what, you know, they were looking for. I don't know. Tony started looking for leads all of a sudden in this little town of Tennessee. Anyways, I counted like more like 4 villains. You know, that reminds you a little bit of Spider-Man having all these villains and not concentrating on one. That's a big mess right there. Didn't like that whatsoever. Okay, so the epic ending. Alright, so waiting for that scene, because we seen all the trailers and we saw all the armor's flying that way, and then everybody's like, oh my god, the Hulkbuster armor, the space armor. I'm like, oh my god, here we go. You know, the mansion was in rubbles, but you know, underneath, a couple levels down, there's a secret lair where all the armors that Tony's been, you know, working day and night. I mean, he keeps himself busy and away from his anxiety, building all these armors. So he builds like freaking 30 or 50 armors in different types. Okay. So all of a sudden, you know, Rhodey, one thing too, Deceit too. Iron Patriot, in that scene in the trailer when he lands in front of the president and he walks up to the president, salutes the president, it's not even him. They take the armor from him, okay, they make him come out of the armor, they steal the armor to infiltrate Air Force One. So now another lie, you have one of the heroes walking around shooting everybody, and it's like, my god, like, this is complete lies all around. So Rhodey completely useless in this. He finally gets to team up at the end with Tony, and I'm like, hey man, we're outnumbered. Now you have like 10, 20 genetically engineered soldiers coming towards them, and they're like, they got no armors, no nothing, right? So like, what are we gonna do? It's like, hey, look at that in the sky. Here comes all the armors. I'm like, oh, all right, here we go. Rev meter starts to ramp up, right? The armors show up there, and then Rhodey's like, I was waiting for a stealth-looking War Machine armor to show up. As like, hey buddy, there's yours, but and then they all jump in, and then it's like the epic ending fight scene, and all that, right? So Rhodey's like, where's mine, man? I'm like, yes, here we go. And he's like, sorry, they're all coded to me. Boom, he flies away. Rhodey, here's your gun, man. Do whatever you want. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, wow. No team up of War Machine whatsoever in this movie. His best friend in the comics. No team up whatsoever. So now Tony, okay, alright, that pass, I'm like, okay Tony, you use his armors to kick everybody's ass. So now the armors are flying around, remote controlled, all over the place. I'm trying to get a good look at these armors, but everything's going by so fast that I'm like, okay, let me see what this one looks like. No, it's like too fast, right? And Tony jumps into a couple of them, alright? But you know what? I would have liked to see him use a lot of them. Like, you know, the Hulkbuster comes through and it holds that container. But why can't Tony jump in there and like smash some guys? You know what I mean? Like just kick some guy, punch them, send them flying, and then, you know, jump out of that armor and jump into a new one and use the abilities. No, he's the whole time he's running around with no armors, and by the time he got in one of those guys or Guy Pearce there or whatever, it would pull him out and cut the armor in half, and here goes Tony, he's out of the armor again. Like, wow, man. I guess he was no match for none of these guys, right? So we all leave the whole epic ending, and the hero of this movie at the end is Pepper Potts with her genetically engineered body. She gets thrown into the fire, and you know she doesn't die. Of course, she's Superwoman now, so she comes out and saves the day, saves Tony. And all the armors get blown up because he wants to, after she defeats the guy that I didn't even care about, all the armors get blown away like fireworks, and yeah, I'm just gonna start new and gonna start fresh, and so I'm gonna blow all my armors out, all the hard work I did, and I'm not, you know, I'm Tony Stark, I'm not Iron Man anymore, whatever. The chest piece gets removed, all the shrapnel from part 1. Pepper Potts is cured now. Tony, wow, you're intelligent man. I like to see how you did that, the cure from that craziness. I mean, crazy, you know, abilities or whatever she had. And there's the end of our movie. And then we get the quick cut scene at the end with him sitting in the chair talking to Bruce Banner, right, from the Avengers, the new guy. And that's the end of our movie. Complete disappointment for me. You see it, you know, and I'm like, I didn't want this to happen. I wanted to go in there and be like, man, this is an amazing movie, and I want to be like, yes, Iron Man. I love Iron Man. You guys know how much I love Iron Man. You know, my collectible, my collections, over thousands of dollars I've invested on this character. I love this, but I did not like whatsoever what they did with this movie. To start this summer, what they say, starting the summer with the biggest movie this summer, Iron Man 3. No way. I think Oblivion's a better movie, and I think that's the first movie of the summer. The true movie of the summer was Oblivion. Iron Man is the second movie, and not satisfied whatsoever. And I don't blame Disney for this, because there was violence in this movie. There was violence in the movie. A lot of shooting, a lot of people getting shot, you know, people getting exploded and all that, whatever. There's a lot of violence. I don't blame Disney for this. I blame the director and the writer. This director, why didn't Jon Favreau come back and redo it again? Why not? Why did you step down? I don't understand. The little bit of darkness this movie had in part 1, you know, and 2, it's gone. It was a great entertaining movie. It was funny. I laughed at some of the jokes. Yes, I did laugh. I wasn't just like the whole time like this. No, I laughed. I enjoyed the movie. Good, you know, good action scenes. The 2 big action scenes in the movie, they were good. But yes, Tony Stark is the man. I don't mind seeing him, but please balance things out. You know, there's a way. People like to see Iron Man doing things, you know, and saving people. And he's a hero, right? He's the hero we all went to see in this theater, and I didn't think we got that. Okay, we got a lot of Tony acting, amazing acting, a lot of comedy, and a mess, a big lie. No villain. I didn't think the villain was nothing in this movie. Who was the villain? Who knows? And that was it. I would give this movie a very generous 7 out of 10, because I love that character. I love how Iron Man looks, you know, the armor, and 7 out of 10 for me. Tell me what you guys think. I mean, there are so many people saying, "Oh yeah, you're just a geek and you don't want to give it a chance," and I'm like, I want something, you know. Have you guys watched the anime? I like anime. Have you guys watched the Iron Man anime? You know, like, why can't we get some fight scenes like that? You know what? Get some fight scenes of him. You know, he's not switching around and showing his face the whole time. He's wearing the armor. Focus on the armor. That's who Iron Man is. There's a quote from him, and I think it's part 2. I and the machine are one. You know, me and Iron Man are one, right? So if he's got the armor the whole time on, you know he's Tony Stark. That's what makes him so cool. All right? I don't want to see him exclude that, you know. And then, you don't know, dude, if you're remote controlling the things and the armor's over there, what about if somebody comes over here and sees you remote controlling and they just shoot you and you're dead? You know, you're not cool anymore, man. You know, you need that armor. You need that armor. That's your intelligence, and that armor combined together makes you the perfect weapon, and that's what we like about you. Okay? That's what we like about Iron Man. All right? Disappointment. Now, complete opening now. Now it stays behind. I'm going to go see it again, of course. My wife wants to see it. A couple friends want to see it. Maybe we'll just get together and see it once more. And that'll be the end of that. I'll wait for it maybe on Blu-ray and add it up to expand the universe of Marvel and movies. Of course, I'll be adding it to my collection to finish the trilogy. I mean, this adds more to but it's not an exciting movie that I'm gonna go see it 3-4 times. Looking forward now to Star Trek Into the Darkness. The trailer that was in that movie in 3D was spectacular. The 3D in this movie, yes, IMAX glasses over here. The 3D in this movie was not needed in Iron Man 3. I didn't see anything coming out too much out of the screen and all that. Compared to the trailer of Into the Darkness, the ships are coming out right out of the screen and everything. This was the trailer, okay? So we're in for a treat on 3D goodness with the new Star Trek Into the Darkness. I can't wait for that, and yes, June 14th. I can't wait to be sitting there. The Man of Steel. Again, Christopher Nolan. Don't want to be a bias, and I don't want to be, you know, oh yeah, you're just a Nolanite or whatever. I think we're for a bang with this movie. Zack Snyder, Christopher Nolan, producing it, and looking forward to the Pacific Rim. That looks awesome. I can't wait. So you guys take it easy, enjoy your day, and yeah, summer's here, and the greatest movies are coming. You guys take it easy. Have a great day, and remember, collectors unite.